Tony Abbott accused former Prime Minister Theresa May of Brexit blundering. As if British negotiators had not been so timidly respectful of EU rules, the UK and Australia might have already struck a trade deal, unearthed reports reveal. Australia and New Zealand have started negotiations on a free trade agreement with the UK in what the Australian Trade Minister described as a strong signal of our mutual support for free trade, in a post-coronavirus world. At the end of June, Simon Birmingham said Australia was ready to help the UK find new beginnings post-Brexit and in doing so, open up new doors for our farmers, businesses and investors. In a statement, he said, "We've been preparing for this deal since the UK decided to leave the EU and welcome their agreement to commence negotiations. Both sides want an ambitious and comprehensive agreement that builds on our already significant people-to-people links and creates new opportunities for exporters, generating more jobs in our nations." Mr. Birmingham claimed Australia and the UK hope to conclude the deal as quickly as possible, possibly by the end of this year, although he conceded that may be an ambitious timeframe. According to former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott, though, a free trade agreement could have been struck much earlier. Writing in a column for The Telegraph a month before the UK's scheduled departure from the EU on October 31, 2019, Mr. Abbott laid the blame on former Prime Minister Theresa May if the two sides were not ready to start negotiating. At the time the country was gripped by political and constitutional turmoil over Brexit. Boris Johnson wanted the UK to leave the EU on October 31, with or without a divorce, even though Parliament had legislated to try to prevent a no-deal exit. Mr. Abbott wrote at the time, "As a free trade zone, promoting mutual prosperity between neighbours, the European Economic Community made sense. Yet its evolution by stealth was always planned by those at its heart to create a new entity commanding more loyalty than its member states. The conservative instinct is not to change without good reason, but when change must happen, because the people want it, it's not reform so much as restoration that's needed. In this case, restoring the loose trading bloc that Britain thought it had joined back in 1973. Theresa May was right at the outset, when she insisted that Brexit means Brexit.